Yo, what's up, everyone? We have another replay from Alphasite playing the Hirschkäfer in a platoon of 3 in an entirely tier 11 game. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a pretty good result. I personally haven't played this tank. I don't have it yet. It's gonna be on my list to get from. I mean, this video is exceptional, but like, look at that DPM when you're firing just the 600 alpha. It's pretty quick when you're not worried about the charge up. It puts out that damage really quickly, and the gun looks really accurate. Alpha's working on 3 marking this thing. So if you don't know, the Hirschkäfer is the tier 11 past the grill 15, and it has this charge up mechanic as you see him doing now. You can charge the gun all the way up to 800 alpha, but it takes a long time and you lose a lot of DPM. So you really want to charge this up in between engagements when you know you're gonna peek and shoot. Now, from my understanding, there isn't a downside to charging it up, besides that RNG gives you the slot machine, you know. Kind of seems like you miss all your shots you charge, but Hirschkäfer, or Alphasite's doing a really great job here of commanding this whole southern portion of the map with the other Hirschkäfer. He unfortunately takes a full charge hit from the opposing Hirschkäfer on the other side. Executor is pushing up. So we're 2 minutes in. Alpha's up to 2,500 damage. Looks like his team is taking a very aggressive position against the heavies, with that overmatching numbers and then them owning the corner up here. It's gonna give his team a clear advantage up in the northwest. This is a sure sign that this is gonna get overrun fairly quickly. Especially if these people are not going to contest the corner with those 2 tanks on the corner. And now this Tashin Red is firmly seating himself on the corner in the northern portion of the map. So right now, Alpha's just sitting here charged, waiting for an opportunity to shoot. He's hoping this Bork will move. He's pinging another location for him to go and spot so he can provide him shots so that he doesn't just throw this charge for no reason. But nothing's getting spotted. And the Bork has incredible view range. If it was on that ridgeline, he would have lit it. Which, and I agree with Alpha at this point, right? So this Bork just drove all the way through the middle of the map. He just did the full span of running through the center, not getting lit, and not really spotting anything besides these tanks up here, the Leo and whatnot, which leads me to believe that these tanks might have relocated with the lack of support and the overwhelming force of the northwest pushing in on their heavies. They may have relocated away from this ridge line to provide a defensive position. And Alpha sees this immediately and decides he's going to drive into the middle of the map because he wants good shots. This is a really, like, this whole no man's land area can be difficult to play if they hold this ridge line, but it is really great to play if they're not holding the ridge line. You can get some great shots on all these tanks, all these heavies, especially like where the Ares is. If you take the bottom side of this hill, you can shoot up into the back side of the T-803. Also, if you play low on the in a bit of a safer distance, you can get shots on the things that are peeking the ridge line up here, and also the things that back across this gap or try and back down into that gap. So don't count out this position if you can get there safely. And that's really the key to it, is getting there safely. And just like that, he's got a clear view on the Leopard. Look at that accuracy. He's charging. He charged it as much as he safely thought he could to hit that shot. And we'll see when the Leopard gets spotted again if he's missing a sizable chunk of HP. See, Alpha was really, really smart to snap that there, because if he had waited any amount of time longer, he would have missed that shot. And absolutely, Alpha hit that Leopard. And again. thing seems like a laser beam, although incredibly fragile. It's not the most... It's not the best tier 11 tank, I will say that. It is kind of... Some people feel it feels bad against the Grill 15 that feels like a superior tank, or the DBV that feels even more superior than the Grill 15 done as a tier 10. People think that they wanted something more like the DBV for the logical progression for a tier 11 of the Grilla. But this doesn't look bad to me. Alpha is an exceptional player, and he's using really, really good positioning, and is in the right place at the right time to farm these tanks for free. He did get lit there, but that's the backside of a gorilla. That's not a concern. And Alpha is just knocking him down in under 5 minutes, already up to 6,500 damage. He is just farming these guys with the not even the charge up, like the exceptional DPM. Like here, he's charging up because he has the time to and feels like he can. But once again, that's the backside of a gorilla. People in World of Tanks don't have object permanence. As soon as things get out of view, they aren't there anymore. That's great. 7,700 in 5 minutes. 7,700 damage in 5 minutes, and that's not counting the 700 damage dealt to the Leopard 120 blind. That's we're looking at like 8,500 damage in under 5 minutes. That's crazy. But that's not all, because we're gonna get another 800 on the Hirsch. Alpha sends me these games, and I always shake my head because it's like, he makes it look so effortless. It's like everything just fell into place this game. Everything worked out perfectly. Yeah, we're up to 9. Yeah, dude. Is that gonna be all that Alpha gets this game? That Sackle's closing in. I think that's gonna be it. No, it's not gonna hit. That's an over 10K game. That's a 10.2 approximate game. I don't have the post-game stats, but that is 10.2K with 1 kill. So he was farming those tanks for all their HP, but not actually really taking them out of the game. But it allowed his team, the healthy tanks, to just push through and monster through. Super, super great result from Alpha, and I really appreciate him sending me these replays. I really, the moral of this replay that I want y'all to take into your own battles is don't count out playing the No Man's Land on El Haluf, this center area, because it can be really, really great and really oppressive to the tanks that are pushing in the heavy portion, especially if they're pushed down. Do not count it out, because with good timing, good positioning, and a great DPM, you can make a heavy influence on your battle, and you too could pull 10K damage. You could pull more at tier 11. Tier 11's a wild place. But I thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll send Alpha's Twitch down below again. Go give him a follow. He has these monster games on routine. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. It's pretty crazy. We'll see you all in the next replay.